So now let's move on to the next segment of our Realty Plus Top 50 Marketing Minds Conclave, which is the Fireside Chat on, yes, festive season marketing. We are in the festive season. Diwali just passed by and some more festivals to come. So building effective sales momentum during festive season is what we will be talking about. And let me introduce our eminent panel. Chairing this session will be Ajay Sharma, Managing Director, Valuation Services, Colliers. Ajay Sharma has over 14 years experience undertaking real estate valuation and advisory across India, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. And he has been at forefront delivering accelerated growth and success for clients ranging from private equity funds to government agencies with invaluable and unique industry-leading insights. Introducing our panel members, let me introduce Mr. Manab, founder Sree Balaji. He joins us from West Bengal. He's a first-generation entrepreneur and a real estate developer of West Bengal. His company under the brand name Panthanivas also offers low-cost second home projects at unconventional destinations at pocket-friendly prices with all luxurious amenities for the masses. So very niche segment that he's operating in. Our next eminent panel member, let me introduce Rohan Pawar, CEO, Pinnacle Group. Rohan Pawar handles various functional departments of the construction business of the company based in Pune. With his independent judgment and quick decision-making abilities, Rohan Pawar aims to expand the firm's footprint to multiple cities and grow the brand. Our next and final member, I introduce Mr. Srinivasan Subramanian, Executive Director, Koncept, Ambience. With over 25 years of experience in the field of marketing and communication, Mr. Subramanian has worked in the Middle East with TBWA, RAAD. Currently, Mr. Srinivasan earlier was also with SNN Builders as CEO and contributed for the brand's growth in Bangalore. Mr. Srinivasan likes to connect and collaborate with people interested in advertising, communication, and marketing. So this is our expert panel. Mr. Ajay Sharma, I hand it over to you now for the conversation.
Thank you, Sapna. A warm welcome to all the panel members and of course the other colleagues and peer groups who are listening to our fireside chat right now. So we have a very interesting topic today, which is the marketing, building of an effective sales momentum as we go forward in a festive season. So what happens in it and what needs to be done? What are the dynamics that are there behind the scenes, to get a very effective sales momentum built up to result in a positive result for developers? I think most of the people on the, currently who are listening to us, and I'm assuming everyone has had a hands-on experience in doing this, and therefore, we'll have multiple perspectives. We are trying to offer today perspectives from, the perspective of more from a promoter side, also from a side of people who have the stakeholdings, which are very high at any given point of time in a project. So I'll just try to kind of sum up how the marketing industry today is. So India is the fastest growing marketing destination as far as globally it's concerned. I mean, the marketing spends in India is touched close to about $11 billion, or is likely to touch $11 billion next year. So in 2021, we were almost close to about $9.5 to $9.6 billion. So that's the kind of industry that we are talking in terms of marketing spends. This includes all sectors, of course. Digital marketing has also taken off very fast, and we are close to about $4 billion spends on digital marketing in various mediums. Of course, COVID led to the the explosion of advertising online, more importantly, and also with new mediums like OTTs and e-commerce also coming forth and doing a lot of advertising on that. We also have to understand that the largely of the spends that we are today looking in marketing from all sector views is largely around some key events that happen, whether be a global sporting event or from an India perspective, the large cricketing tournaments and in those kind of scenarios. So a lot of spend happens in that time of or period of time. And of course the festive season, which is a very, very rooted and culturally identified factor. The previous panel, of course, were discussing on how the in-person kind of marketing is happening, what is their contribution that's happening to real estate sector, how they're contributing. So brokers, channel partners, and others, how they're contributing. So in our discussion today, we are also going to look at whether that particular factor still retains value, given how we are now seeing a profusion of technology and media as front runners in terms of advertising. So without much further ado, I'll start with the questions where I will request perspective from my very excellent panelists that I have. First question, of course, to Srinivasan sir, I have is that what do you think are the key underlying factors that you determine that structure the marketing campaign for the festival season? And does any specific factors or scope of factors increase the or differ from the regular marketing campaigns that most developers undertake in order to achieve their sales goals for the year? So that's the first question.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, everybody. See, basically, what happens in a market like Bangalore, for example, I'm specifically talking about Bangalore since we are present here. Most of the festivals this year happen to be during the weekends. So the general trend of residents in Bangalore is to take off because COVID has taken heavy toll in terms of work from home and stay safe, stay inside. So people have started moving out even if they get 2 days off, 3 days off. So all the festivals somehow or the other was happening either on a Friday or on a Monday or a Tuesday, where people take that extended week and then go on the typical break with their family. So
right.
that has kind of forced us not to concentrate on any kind of a festival offer. We ran our usual campaigns with a bit of a disruption, telling people that we are celebrating this even post that period, maybe extended the entire festivity offers,
right.
Whatever we are doing, post that right into maybe another 2-3 days offer or later. But the regular campaigns were more powerful rather than the festive campaigns, because people in Bangalore are more or less used to this kind of a thing, that at any time, any given time, if we approach the builder with the checkbook, the bookings happen. So
right.
festive or no festive, Bangalore developers, I have a feeling, at least at Concept, we had this trend that people come at any time and then book it. And then, yes, as usual, customers are never happy with any offers you give. They always wanted that extra discount. So it's a kind of a win-win situation for both of us, because we are willing to clock some numbers. And
Yes.
again, another thing which happened, most of the builders, somehow or the other, even when I checked with my fraternity friends, all of them are saying that September, October didn't produce that great result, except for the mid segment. Luxury segment, people prefer to come at any time and book any discounts. It's a kind of a catch-22 situation for the builders. But yes, mid segment did well and affordable segment did very well. But luxury segment fairly had a good numbers. But as I said, since the weekends were clubbed with the holidays,
right.
festive or no festive, it doesn't matter as far as Bangalore is concerned.
Right. So that actually leads me on to the second question, and this is to Rohan Pawar ji. So we heard Srinivasan sir telling that the regular campaigns are more effective. Now, what I want to understand from you is that do developers have to rely on, say, the specialists or the advertising campaign industry itself, or whether it makes a lot of sense to depend in-house marketing teams for designing the campaigns, because they might understand the nuances of the product, they might understand the the differentiators and USPs which could be sold to the to the customers. So if the regular campaigns are something that are more effective, do you think hiring an external agency will lead to loss in translation of, whether it is lost in translation, these nuances, and whether it could be ineffective, or you still think it's very effective to have a specialized agency on board?
See, I feel, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. I feel that, having best of both the worlds is kind of necessary in our business, because the in-house team is in more sync with where the company is going and what is the vision of the company towards the product. But taking the advantage of the expertise of the external agency is also very important, because I feel that their exposure to the market is much more than the in-house team for sure, because they are working with a couple of other developers, other industry people as well, not just real estate but other industries too. So the exposure, the perception of customers towards different industries, towards different developers, builders, they know about it. So though a few things can be lost in translation, but if you have a great in-house team which can actually communicate and work with the external agency, then I think that's a very good combination to work with.
Okay. Manab, so you're a first generation entrepreneur. So obviously, with it comes its own stress and strains, when you're trying to develop, make a name in the market and everything, right? So like Rohan was telling that, you need to get the best out of both the worlds. And Srinivasan is also saying that a sustained long-term campaign is more effective. How do you see that, for a project to be marketed outside your project geography, right? What you need to do, and how inclusive and holistically you have to develop a campaign in order to ensure that during a festive season, you're actually transcending these regional and cultural diversities, and you're able to reach out to all the prospective customers.
First of all, good afternoon, everyone. The thing is, the sustainable continuous marketing activity is really works for every industry, not only in real estate. I agree with you. The thing is, in India, the festival season, is because we are, living into a diversity. So festival season in India is not fixed. If you see, the festival season in South is different, North is different, East is different, West is different. Suppose in the eastern part, if you see, it's Puja, Durga Puja. During Durga Puja to till Bhai Phuta, so there is a 1 month period of total festivals. So in festive mode, what we found generally, people are always into some in a luxury frame of mind. Now they go for tours, they go for some other activities, and during actual puja and all, they get busy with other things. And real estate is always a very serious buying product. This is a lifetime buying product. So I personally found the people, before taking a final decision on this product, they always take some time. And during festival season, what happened? If they've decided something and wants to close the deal during a good time, it's a good period, then it's okay. Otherwise, it's not a favorable time for the builders. There's a new buyer will come in the market during the festival season. He will see a product and finalize immediately. That happens. That happens for those who never stay in, say, suppose in Bengal or in a city, is a NRI. So whatever product he decided before he comes to India, and he came here and closed the deal. This is a normally happens. During festival season, we found that people are always into a different frame of mind. But there is another catch. In eastern and southern part, how far I have seen, I have witnessed the thing. It's a so long festival season. We found that people they are not so busy for a long time. So there is short festival season for 2 days, 3 days. So, but what happens? That period, people comes and people close the deal with their own wish. So the marketing strategy in South during festival season, in East and in West is definitely not the same. And outside geographical area marketing, definitely this is another big tricks. Like the way I do, my projects are in Bengal, but in various part of Bengal. In the northern part, in the southern part, in seaside, in hilly area. It's all that tourist destination. Basically, we are into vacation homes. So our product is located in the place where we do not market our product. We always keep on marketing our product in city areas because the buyers are from the city. People are taking these homes as their luxury, is a second home. So, marketing of a project in a different geographical zone is definitely a very challenging thing, and we get success on it. And this product is like this. But I will not say, listen, if you are making a normal, regular real estate product and marketing, do the marketing outside the real estate geographical area, how success they will get, I don't know. But in a different, luxury product, in the vacation homes, in the country homes, we get the success, and we are keep on doing this too.
Sure. So, Rohan, what Manab was telling was that, so obviously the festive seasons are different in different regions of the country and all that. But we also have a common festive season, say, for example, a Diwali is there, or a Dashera is there, or say a Christmas or a Eid, which is same throughout the country, right? Now, as a prudent developer who has to, prepare a budget outlay for the marketing for the entire year, and where you want to spend, how do you see this exercise, and do you think you focus more on the projects in the regional area? So, or for example, you have a lot of projects in Pune, so would you rather prefer to spend more during the festivities for western region, or if your buyers are mostly say from outside Pune and they're coming from Delhi NCR or Chennai, or Bangalore, so would you rather focus on their festive season? So how prudently do you actually plan it out, and what's the best way to handle this entire situation?
Yeah, so I'll just build on what Manab just said right now. To be really honest, marketing exercise is a long-term, thing. You can't just go about this festival is coming or that festival is coming, and that's how we are going to target the marketing exercise. Right. And like he rightly said that India is a diverse nation. There are a lot of festivals here and there, and east, west, north, south are completely different festive seasons altogether. So when it comes to budget, I feel that the budget for the entire project is given on day one. You have already budgeted for the entire marketing, and you anyway know how much you're going to spend on the marketing. What kind of little bit changes is that the lean period is probably you might not spend that much, or on the festive season you might spend little more. But with whatever experience I have had with the festive seasons, that there is so much of inflow of new marketing campaigns and projects and project launches that sometimes you can kind of just get lost in the entire translation. And so it is, so as long as you have a good marketing exercise going on for the entire year, or quarterly plan, or half yearly plan, or bi-weekly or bi-monthly or something like that, then you're always visible. And that's something that changes during the festive time as well, because once you're visible throughout the year, and when the festive season comes, it's some there is a recall. Okay, so that's something which kind of really helps you. I also understand that people come from different backgrounds and people come from different places in India as well. Whether they're NRIs or whether they're people who are settled in Pune but who hail from Delhi or maybe from Bengal. So for them also, it kind of makes a difference that maybe during their festive season they would want to invest in a new home or new office or new property. So I feel that if you have a good, robust marketing plan throughout the year, that kind of really elevates your festive marketing season as well.
Sure. So very interesting. So what I think the message that's come out so far is essentially that a sustained marketing campaign, actually outstrips the benefits of, focusing more on a festive season marketing campaign for a real estate developer, because of the kind of product that you're selling, and also in the, I think the way the people are buying, like Manab was saying, people have to take time to actually invest into such kind of product. So Srinivasan, the question I have right now is that how involved do you think promoters are when they are zeroing on the core message, they want to send out during a marketing campaign, you know, to the general public? And also how do they ensure that, the message that they're trying to build up is not lost in a very chaotic market? Because festival season, essentially, let's be very honest, we see a lot of splash and spread across medias for consumable items, for textiles, and for jewelry items. Like Manab was saying, real estate really doesn't figure in that space. But like what Rohan was saying, that, just to kind of keep that recall value present, how do you, kind of differentiate yourself in that chaotic period where a lot of messages are going out? And how much are promoters actually involved in getting that message across?
See, as far as Bangalore is concerned, most of the promoters, they definitely get involved in planning their communication point of view and the media selection as well.
Right.
But what I have seen is of late that Bangalore becoming a little bit more matured market in terms of planning their both strategic and tactical. Strategic meaning from the brand perspective, what they want to highlight, which they do it through the digital presence permanently.
Correct.
And through the online portals are available, so they do it on a regular basis. Their approach towards tactical, which means that there are a little bit of offers, little bit of discount and all those stuff takes place in parallel, which is being highlighted through the direct marketing efforts for the prospectives already visited, or even to the new prospects which they want to recruit. Also, it happens. It is. So it's a mix of both strategic and tactical approach, which is being followed by most of the builders here in Bangalore. I know things, as Manab said, that what works in South may not work in East. What works in West may not work in North, actually. Each micro market is different. You can't have a one size fits all. Say, for example, there are certain developers who have got multiple city presence in Bangalore also. You can't have the same campaign running what's running in Bangalore over there. Yes, from the strategic point of view, you can definitely have it.
Yes.
That the brand presence, the brand's personality, the brand, what they think about overall about providing brilliant homes to home buyers, all those things can happen. But the tactical approach needs to be different in terms of how they want it. Another thing which most of the builders now highlight is proper delivery on time, because some of the developers, they delay. The delay clause is becoming, because RERA coming into picture. Every developer is very conscious of delivering project on time. So in strategic approach, their vision, mission statements become that we deliver projects on time. So every builder has to have that. And as Rohan said, that it has to be an external agency plus the internal marketing team with the involvement of promoter, as well as even I'm ED with Koncept, but I get involved in every marketing decision that is being made. And in every site construction decision that is being made, leaders have to take charge, because buyers have become much more smarter than what they were about some 10-15 years back. Your campaigns, your vision statement, everything has to fall in place. Otherwise, as a brand, it's difficult for you to prove that you are here to deliver.
So, Manab, again, being a younger developer in this space, right? So what, like Srinivasan sir is saying, that a lot of credibility attached to the promoter's name, also parallelly to the company that's actually doing the project, right? Now, we are all dealing essentially in our life is with the new generation, the Y and the Z generation, right? So their concepts and their perceptions are quite different from, I will say, the millennials who were all born after 1980s or 1985s. How are you dealing with this shift in the way they are looking at a product, or looking at, what is being done to do as an outreach for them? Of course, we understand real estate is what a basic product that everybody needs to have. But the idea I'm trying to drive is, given how much more exposed Y and Z generations are to constant bombarding in terms of marketing campaigns, through the year, and very heightened, intensity of bombarding, especially during the festive season. I mean, if you look at all the ads to either be on live media or on print media or social media, you will see it's very focused around young people, right? So how do you deal with it? Because I still think that the average buying age in India is still around the 30, 35 kind of years. But increasingly, we are also seeing the generational shifts happening, and they'll become the new buyers. So how do you kind of, address that change in generational thought process?
This is very interesting point. As Srinivasan sir says right now, that real estate is now become an industry. So we
Correct.
have to have a long-term planning.
Correct.
So for marketing, so only a good marketing company or a agency, good some artworks, hoardings, some good executive is not going to work. So we have to be very responsible. The delivery, the commitment, all this matters a lot. And the young generation now, everyone's having smartphone. Not the young generation, even every generation now having smartphone. So nothing is nothing is hide and seek. There is a biscuits, called hide and seek. Everything is hide and everything is we can see. So the industry is now you cannot hide anything. So you're offering your project, your commitment, it has to be everything very transparent, crystal clear, and you have to, but as a company, we have to, stick on our commitment. This is the first, this is a very important factor, I believe, for the marketing of a real estate product.
Right.
So not only the young generation, for every generation. So word of mouth marketing is very, very effective, especially in real estate. So when we get a fresh buyer, so if we calculate the cost behind getting the buyer is really high. Really high. So because one buyer just saw a Facebook ad and he comes and takes a flat or bungalow of 1.4 or 50 lakhs or something, it never happens like this. 360-degree marketing works for a single sale. He always see in our print media ads, he go by our reputations, then he saw some, print media magazine, then social media ads and other posts, some storytellings, everything see, they build himself, they just try to make himself, trust, he try to make a trust on the company, then he comes and complete a sale.
So what you're trying to tell is that the storytelling behind the campaign, that has essentially changed, but the core message has not really changed. That is that you have to trust and you have to deliver on time.
Right.
So that's
and the offering has to be very transparent, and offering has to be unique. Like for 5 years past, we introduce an offer that whatever we offer inclusive all.
Right.
Inclusive all means all. And there is no hide and seek cost. There is no cost which we will say later. There is no cost we will say on actual. There is no cost we will say during position. Nothing. So we create a quotation form, and before he gives a single penny, we say that this is the cost. This is all cost, in flat cost, GST, other expenses, everything. And whatever we add, that add is clearly mentioned, it's inclusive all, no hidden cost. That attracts the young generation a lot. We found very successful campaigning this is, and now we have made this phone call regular basis. So this is
just one quick addition to that is, I just wanted to check with you is in the recent times where you have converted some of the sales calls into actual sales, right? How much are the younger generation actually involved in the decision making? I'm talking of maybe 18 to 24 years kind of. Are they involved effectively with the families? Have you seen them pushing or, stopping them from making a purchase? Have you had this experience?
Actually, what happens sometimes, as I said earlier, that's real estate is a serious buying product. So whoever buys, entire family gets involved. Suppose we are getting a buyer of 28 years.
Right.
It's not like that he has only taken the decision. His father, his mother, everyone is involved.
Correct.
Maybe he is buying, but the family members, their elderly person, everyone is involved.
Right.
They have
Right.
only justified the thing, then he taken the decision.
Right.
So real estate, again, I'm saying it's a very serious buying product. It's not a mobile that you buy and the second day you didn't like it. Okay, you've taken a new model. It's a product. Sometimes I found 80% people, they buy for a once or maximum twice in a lifetime.
Right. Right.
So we have to create the basic, importance of the product. That is, the product has to be very crystal clear. Offering should be very transparent. Builder, definitely builders, now it's time. Builders need to create his own branding. See, marketing and sales, these are two different parts. Marketing is something that this awareness, as I said you, some storytelling, marketing, some saying about your brand, saying about your product to the market throughout the 365 days. And the sales part is different. So promotion and sales promotion is something different and marketing is something different. And marketing works better nowadays to the young generation.
Sure. Rohan, what Manab was saying that, there should be a consistency and there should be a very solid message, singular message going with the absolute no ambiguity during a marketing campaign, during a promotional campaign to the customer. Now, we all know that joint ventures and joint development between builders is increasing, or, where we have a builder coming in as a development manager, taking over the project, probably doing marketing for the project and all that. In such kind of scenarios, how do you see that there is a conflict of alignment in the thought processes between the two parties, or is it something that you agree on beforehand? You actually get onto the agreement that, look, this is the path we will actually thread for promotion of the project, and this is what we will do. And this question also assumes significance where we're increasingly seeing some of the local projects being taken up by developers from other cities, right? So where some sensitivities could be very different, and again, like I said, the festive season promotions could be very different. They could attach more significance to that. So in this kind of scenario, how do you see this campaigns develop?
Okay, so first of all, I just want to agree with what Manab said, that sales and marketing is completely different thing altogether. And so I just wanted to agree to this one point because I just thought that I can relate to it quite a lot. And to answer your question is, like I'm a rally racer myself, and unlike F1, there are two people who actually drive that car. One is the navigator and one is the driver. The driver can't drive the car without the navigator because he's the one who's giving directions, and the navigator is nobody if the driver is not driving the car. So when all these JV and JDs happen, though we haven't done any, but what I feel is that everybody should have the rules defined. Which is very important, because if you don't have your rules defined from day one, then obviously the conflict is going to happen. And this doesn't really only relate to marketing or sales or something. I think it relates to everything. If a JV or JD is happening, it is important that all the directors, all the shareholders know what they are doing in the company and what they are going to take under their supervision. This goes to different kind of directors and different kind of shareholders also working under the same banner as well. So I think it's a very simple answer that just having your rules defined is the key to success.
Sure. So Srinivasan sir, just kind of coming back to this campaign. So defining the rules is very important, right? So we all define a certain strategy and everything, but what we have seen in the last 1 decade is the rise of the social influencers, who influence the way people perceive something, the way people make buying decisions. But real estate more than often has been related more with brand endorsement by celebrities, either from sporting or from the film world. And, do you really see that kind of associations make a difference? Or do you think it is time that we also move more towards the social influencers association, so that there is a better promotion of the product to the target segments, and it really helps in actually amping up the sales.
Yeah, basically, yes, there are certain developers who believe that a celebrity endorsement works for them. Yes,
Right.
in certain cases, definitely it works, because if they are going to be part of it, say for example, in Four Seasons in Bangalore Embassy, Deepika Padukone purchase, so everybody was after that. But you take a mid-segment project and ask somebody like Virat Kohli or maybe MS Dhoni to endorse it. It doesn't really make a sense. Basically, I come from a very strong marketing, advertising, and communication background,
Right.
where we believe that tell all truth is always the right approach as far as your advertising and communication is concerned.
Right.
As both Manab and Rohan said, everything is fine. Marketing is okay, sales is okay. Nowadays, people have become very smart. They are more worried about how the construction progress is happening. And once it's ready for viewing, they want to view, they want to give suggestions. Now, recently, we have opened up our clubhouse for Concept Ambience downtown project. And we received humongous response, basically because we took some of the feedback from the customers and we changed some of the areas in the clubhouse as per the recommendation of the booked customers. And the channel partners love to see such a thing of sneak preview of clubhouse, because that's the last thing every developer develops. So we have given a sneak peek preview, basically because they are going to live there. So at least the booked customers, we gave them the time slots. You can come during weekends, because Sundays anyway, generally construction doesn't happen. So most of the builders in Bangalore don't allow customers to get into the site. According to me, that should not be the case. They come and place their life savings. Yes, you don't allow them at the initial stage. Once the project takes shape, marketing is brilliant. There is no doubt. Unless and until you speak about the product, nobody is going to come and buy it. But marketing takes a backseat if your intentions to deliver a project, which Manab said, with some kind of people dream about that. Yeah, I want to live here. I still remember the couple of expressions of the sneak peek preview where we had for downtown clubhouse. The moment they enter into the reception area, they said, wow, this is the place I want to live, man. And this, we will have to play a role. The leaders at the helm should play a role. It's nothing to do with the marketing team or the outside advertising agencies, because outside advertising agencies, they don't wear the my brand cap on their head and think about it. Yes, based on your brief, they develop creatives. Yes, because since I come from TVWA, where we believe disruption is all about identifying conventions, and then you come up with a different vision, and the product should speak for it. Maybe it could be a thematic, maybe it could be a amenity which is not there with rest others fraternity. These are the things which should speak for themselves. And both are right. Rohan and Manab absolutely bang on in saying that yes, marketing, sales, all are there. Definitely the technical team, the construction team, the project management team, they play a crucial role how we want to deliver a vision what the management has.
So the last question I have, Manab, is for you. So when you're determining your market spend, right? So because more than not often that you have developers involved in multiple product positionings, right? You have, sometimes you might be doing second vacation houses, sometimes you might be doing luxury, sometimes you might be doing affordable housing. So does that positioning of the product determine how much you actually spend for marketing for that particular product? Is that the basis, or is it more important that you want to see the scale and size of the project, and how much you actually want to achieve in terms of sales, because the hard target number is there? Does that drive that budgeting there? And secondly is how much, obviously we have heard, and what I also hear from Srinivasan sir is that the word of mouth is extremely important in selling, the future selling. So but with the rise of digital media, do you really think that in-person contact kind of sale, or trying to push a sale through in person still makes sense, or would it make a lot of better to just get onto a digital bandwagon and take it up there?
See, one-to-one contact is definitely it's going to work for any industry, not only in real estate. As I said, real estate is a product which is not only make with concrete. Basically, real estate is a product. There's a lot of sentiments, feeling is there when a buyer comes to us. Actually, before I saw 90% of the buyer before he moves, as I said, the family, their friends, everyone gets involved into it. So a lot of sentiments are there. So in that case, digital marketing and all those products are there. Definitely it works to drive into the site or maybe drive into the office. But for closing, for referral, for everything, we need a one-to-one contact. So we believe into that. So along with marketing, I'm coming to budget in next part. Along with marketing, what we do in person, one-to-one context, we organize small events throughout the year. Events in form of what? Suppose we launch a new project. There is a Bhumi Puja. During Bhumi Puja, we bring all the customers, not for only for that project, for the other projects also. Tentative customer. We call every customer come and join to the get together party. So during some puja events, during some festive season, we make a get together party. So people comes there. Maybe he's our buyer, tentative buyer, or existing clients also. They come closer. They comes to us. If there is any grievance, if there is any good factor, if there is any bad factor, we share everything together.
Right.
And what happens? Basically, something comes out over there. One person comes with his friends, with his in-laws, with his other friend or neighbors. So when they comes to site, they says, "Oh, this is a very nice site you have taken here. Okay, let me think of it." Maybe may not think, but what will happen? So immediately he will pass on the brochure and everything to some WhatsApp groups. So it automatically get referred. So this is very important. So we believe into that, and we keep on doing. Say after COVID, maybe this became a little slow. The physical events become again it started. Now from now onward, again it started. If it comes to the budget part, definitely before during the time launching of the project, we fix some budgets. So this is the budget things we will spend in this part in this quarter, this part in this quarter. But honestly speaking, when the project starts moving, so budget cut on, budget add on, everything happens.
Right.
It
Agreed.
depends on the project movement.
Correct. Understood. So this is the last fun question to all three of you, is that since we are talking of festive marketing and all that, the just past Diwali, I don't know, or for example, Durga Puja, what was the purchase that you made which got influenced from a marketing campaign? Manab, Rohan, Srinivasan, which one?
Oh, should I answer first?
For in Durga Puja, what did you buy which was influenced by a very effective marketing campaign?
Any other brand?
Yes.
No, actually, we don't buy anything. We try to buy some blessings from the customers. And Durga Ma definitely, we believe it gave us a lot of bless. So very recently we closed after Puja seasons, we closed many sales. And we hope whatever we brought, it's effective now.
What about you, Rohan? What did you buy?
I kind of held myself back from buying the iPhone, honestly. To be really honest, Apple is the marketing guru of the world. Whether it is Durga Puja or Diwali, every year they find a way of pushing that new iPhone into your pocket. So I decided this time that I'm not going to buy everyone.
But you were tempted. You are tempted.
I was absolutely tempted.
That's a very effective campaign. What about you, Srinivasan?
I happened to be in Chennai during Diwali actually.
Right.
And as usual, that Usman Road in Chennai is buzzing with activity. So I left my wife in Pothis and she called me from there. And then she said, no, you'll have to come quickly. If I buy one sari, they are giving 2 saris free. So I said, that's brilliant. I don't need to even come. As long as you are happy, just pick it up. But in the end, he came and said it's about, say, close to some few thousands of rupees. But it's okay. End of the day, she is happy. You
Right.
make your wifey happy, everything falls in place.
Yeah. So thanks a lot. So I was swayed by a pre-festive season vacation. So I was already vacationing during Diwali. So thanks a lot,
Thank you,
panelists.
man.
Wonderful
Pleasure.
insights.
Thank you.
Just to kind of
Thank you.
sum up the entire thing. So I
A
understand.
big thank you to Madam Tripti and Madam Sapna as well.
Right.
Yeah, from us also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll just quickly sum up what we kind of discussed. So there are 3 core points that I heard from all of you was that festive season marketing is not something that real estate as a product should extensively be dependent upon. It's a more sustained project long marketing campaign that's more important. What we also heard from Rohan was that it is the best of both worlds. You need to integrate both in-house and our external experts. You need to get that insights as well and try to do the best for your project. And like Manab was saying that the most important point is this particular product buying is about the families and the decision making together because of the kind of budgets and aspirations that are involved. And therefore, this is not an impulsive buying. And thereby what requires a lot is a personal touch from the top, the promoter to the marketing and sales agent who's actually trying to push the product in the market. So thanks again, everyone. Sapna, over to you.
Well, that was one interesting conversation. Yes, marketing is marketing, as everyone said, but during festival, everyone gets into the mood of, the hype of buying and selling. And sometimes advertisements or marketing goes wrong as well. We have seen, few ads like Amir Khan, which went really wrong on the festival time. So I hope, the real estate industry is very cautious. They are keeping, they always keep their advertisements and marketing very safe and sound, even during festive. I hope, Ajay, you agree with me. We have not seen any controversial ad from real estate industry during the festival time till now, I think.
So Sapna, that's the idea. They've been driving brand, and brand credibility is the most important thing. It's not the festivity, but that's the most important thing.
That's right. That's right. So, the brand is more important. But thank you so much for that lovely conversation. But, I hope you, as Manab said, Rohan said, they did not buy anything. That's not right. Festival is time to, pamper yourself. So, and Srinivasan, that's a good thing you did for the ladies of the home. Thank you so much. And Ajay, I hope you enjoyed your holidays.
Yes, that's for sure. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
But thank you very much for that wonderful conversation. I think there were a lot of valuable takeaways from there, that how marketing, during festive time is also important. Developers do care. And in fact, this year we saw record sales happening during the festivals. After 2 years, everyone was really in the mood of enjoying and celebrating the festivals and buying for themselves and their families. So thank you so much, everyone. Ajay, for wonderfully conducting this session. Manab, Rohan, and Mr. Srinivasan being here with us today and sharing your views and perspectives. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
God bless you all.
Thank you, everyone.